Have you ever noticed that there has been a rise in floods, water shortages, and many other environmental issues? And not just linked to the environment. These issues directly affect us humans as well. There's been a rise in lung diseases, there's been a rise in other problems such as mental health and a lack of peace and tranquility within our region. What we as humans have done is that the environment that would usually be the cause of taking our breath away in a positive manner has actually been affected by diseases like bronchitis and asthma that end up taking our breath away in a negative manner. They leave us short of breath. When I was a kid, I lived in the cities of Karachi and Lahore, and as you might know, that they're actually being suffered by a lot of smog and air pollution, and that aggravated my asthma to an extent that I used to be hospitalized for months. I know the pain, the irritation, and the helplessness one can feel as a result of a disease that's been caused by the world around us, and we have no control over that. For that reason, I decided to take a stand on that. And after growing up, I realized that the major problem isn't in me, and I'm not the cause of that disease, but it's the environment and how our activities have actually caused those diseases to be prevalent in our society. So for that, I've actually started to raise campaigns for the environment, in favor of the environment. I'm currently the president of my university's environmental society, but I've learned that campaigns aren't going to do you any good. Sure, I can go out there and talk about how environmentalism is important, then 5 days later, people will totally forget about that. So, what I have a plan is that I need to implement environmentalism, environmental education to counter environmental extremism in the forms of pollution and the forms of people who fail to believe in this. We might realize that the world around us is headed towards a dystopian future, and that's the harsh reality. Environmental extremism is when we fail to acknowledge that and we continue on our current negative trajectory. So to counter that, I want to combat this problem at the grassroots level. I want to implement environmental education in students who are in underprivileged areas so they realize the importance of the world around them. For students who are in their second grade or third grade or even before that, so that they form a voice without being influenced by the words of their forefathers or their ancestors. Basically, we have a lack of education, and that's the major cause of all of our problems that lead to a loss of tranquility and peace within the region. I'm currently in a place where I feel at peace, but if someone were to tell me that after a year or two, this area would never be the same, there would be no trees, and the entire infrastructure would be destroyed, then I myself would be guilty, as I didn't do anything for that. So if I'm a resident of this area, if I'm a resident of some other area, I would want to implement environmental education, and I would want to have knowledge to counter an activity that would possibly lead to the destruction of that region. So for that purpose, I'd like to call out to all of the major activists, major change makers out there who have a say in this, who know the problem at hand, and I want them to join me in my initiative to start a nationwide program starting from my city in Islamabad and taking it over to other underprivileged areas so that people realize that the importance of the environment is actually crucial for the well-being of our society. So let's stand together. Let's work for a positive future, a future in which we care about the world around us, a future in which we bring back tranquility and peace to our minds and to the world around us, and a future in which we make the world a better place.